Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about Palantir Technologies and their PLTR stock. In this video, we will be analyzing two articles, to where the first one is titled, Palantir's latest patent watches over your shoulder at work. So essentially, Palantir now has new software which will record anything employees do at work, and multiple organizations are utilizing this, and employees are not happy about it. After we talk about that, we're going to talk about the company's fundamentals, their future growth trajectories, what they could bring in for the current quarter, and their most recent stock price targets. We're going to be analyzing an article titled Palantir Technologies Inc. PLTR is attracting investor attention. Here is what you should know. So I'm really excited to dive into both of these articles right now, and if you are too, and if you want more videos on Palantir Technologies, don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Go ahead, press it right now. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to become a member of this channel to support me personally for as little as 99 cents per month. But if you can't afford that, don't worry. By subscribing, you're going to get this content for absolutely free. And with that being said, I say let's dive right into today's stories. Palantir Technologies, as you probably already know, is a big data and analytics company which serves both commercial enterprises as well as government agencies. The company recently filed for a patent for a system that calculates member activity metrics. And in this instance, member actually means employees in this case. So Palantir's technology offers a way for administrators or even managers and people's bosses to record everything that the employee is doing, and it's going to do this through complex analysis, to where your performance and what you do on your keyboard and computer will be recorded and compared to other employees, meaning how many times you typed, how many times you clicked, how many meetings you were in, and much more. This system essentially keeps a close eye on employees by hoarding tons of employee activity data, which would include direct messages, regular messages, emails, phone calls, contacts, meetings, where you were, and what you are working on, and how often you actually interacted with your screen. The system is going to pick out the most relevant data points and calculate your overall activity metrics for every single employee so you can compare and contrast employees to one another. These metrics can then be displayed in an interactive graph or any other medium, so reports can be generated using these metrics to compare employees versus one another, particularly employees in the same job position with similar experience or even in similar locations. Palantir doesn't have a very good reputation regarding trust and transparency according to the public eye. This is mainly because Peter Thiel, which co-founded the company, is better known for his work with government agencies. So Palantir in general is just a very secretive company, and with this new patent, many employees are going to be on edge, because who wants their boss to constantly be breathing down their shoulder looking at everything they are doing on their computer? Palantir Technologies is constantly looking for new ways to explore and extrapolate data and use that data to benefit organizations or government clients. This is why Palantir Technologies is one of the most innovative data analysis and data analytics company on the stock market right now, because it works with tons of data for a multitude of government agencies and commercial enterprises. That's why a product like this that can record keystrokes, where your mouse is, and what you are doing as an employee will be very beneficial for both government entities as well as commercial enterprises, to where even a director and equity analyst at William O'Neill commented by saying, "At the core of it, they are a data analytics company. The end goal is making better decisions faster and more accurate from analyzing a large data set." He goes on to say, "They are very focused on large enterprise customers, but anyone that has a large data set and needs to get better information out of it would benefit from Palantir Technologies." So he's essentially saying that certain companies are going to gravitate toward this type of new technology that Palantir offers to monitor what employees are doing, because it will increase overall efficiency, and it could even lead to certain people being terminated and fired from their job. So many big companies and government organizations with large workforces are going to benefit greatly from this technology, especially as remote work employees are on the rise. Many people are working from home nowadays, and the organization wants to make sure that you are still doing your job adequately. However, if you're on the employee side, employees don't want to be monitored because it's somewhat of an invasion of privacy, and it seems that they aren't going to be very ecstatic or excited about this development that multiple large organizations are adopting. especially since considering employees already mistrust the leadership in their overall organization on average, because according to a recent Gallup poll, only 21% of employees strongly agree that they trust their leadership, meaning that if we turn this on its head, 79% of employees do not trust their overall leadership. So clearly this is not going to be very popular. The director from Williams O'Neill even commented by saying, "I don't think it's popular. It's kind of a big brother thing." And if you're not familiar, a big brother is essentially somebody constantly monitoring every single thing you do, which is being tracked and recorded. He goes on to say, "You are tracking employees at a very intricate level, but I think companies want to do that, especially amid this kind of hybrid work environment. You want to know who's doing what, where, how efficient they are being, and if they are being honest or transparent about their workload." So overall, I understand both sides of this, but in the end, if a company just hires good employees, and as long as the employees get the work done, there's no need to monitor them like this. Even though I understand this is going to bring in a lot of revenue for Palantir Technologies, this is going to be very detrimental for a lot of remote workers, especially workers who get their job done, because then their organization is going to want to expect more from them. So this latest patent development is somewhat of a positive catalyst for Palantir as a company, but not very positive for employees. Up next, let's talk about the company's fundamentals. Right now, the PLTR share price is trading at around $14.53, while very bullish analysts believe this company could surge up to $25 over the next 12 months, while more bearish analysts believe this company is only worth around $5. So let's dive in to see what the future metrics say about this company. Over the past month, shares of Palantir Technologies have pulled back by around 12.5% compared to the S&P 500, which has been down around 3.8% during the same time period. So what could be the future trajectory of Palantir Technologies? Well, for the current quarter, Palantir Technologies is expected to post earnings of 6 cents per share on the positive end, indicating a change of, get a load of this, over 500% compared to the same quarter a year ago. The consensus estimate has also changed by a positive 31% over the last 30 days, indicating a lot of positivity heading into their future earnings report. On top of that, for the current fiscal year, the consensus earnings estimate for the company is 22 cents per share on the positive side, indicating a positive change of 266.7% compared to the prior year. And over the past 30 days, this estimate has increased by around 34.3%, which again is very good. It means analysts are becoming more bullish and positive about Palantir Technologies. And from these metrics, we can see Palantir Technologies is becoming extremely profitable very quickly. But despite this, Zacks Rank has a hold rating on this overall company, and I'll explain exactly why that is. Even though the company's earnings growth is arguably the best indicator of their financial health, nothing happens if they cannot also raise their revenues. And if we dive into their revenues and their overall valuation, that will tell us where this company is headed in the future. In the case of Palantir Technologies, the consensus sales estimate or revenue estimate for the current quarter is around $555 million, indicating a 16.1% positive change. For the entire year, the company is anticipated to bring in $2.21 billion for this year, and next year in 2024, they're anticipated to bring in $2.64 billion, indicating a positive change of 16.2% and 19.1% respectively. And I really want to highlight this. That jump from 16.2% to 19.1% is very good. Ideally, we would want Palantir Technologies to grow their revenues approximately around 20%. And if they can do that, this is going to be fantastic news for their overall valuation and their share price. 16% is not that impressive considering Palantir's very high valuations and accounting ratios, but if they have a growth rate of around 19 to 20%, that is very positive, and it makes this company's share price and valuation more digestible. Speaking about their valuation, let's determine whether or not investors are getting a good deal right now by investing into Palantir Technologies. To do this, we would look at accounting ratios such as their price to earnings ratio, also known as their PE multiple. We would also look at their price to sales ratio, also known as their PS multiple, and sometimes we would consult their price to cash flow ratio or their P over CF multiple. And normally people compare these multiples to their historic values, except I don't do that. For me to determine whether or not a company is fairly valued, overvalued, or undervalued, I don't compare the company to itself, but rather I compare the company to their overall industry averages. And when we evaluate Palantir Technologies, on a graded scale from A being the best to F being the worst on their valuation, Palantir Technologies, according to this article, is graded at an F when we compare them to their peers. However, I would say this article is missing one thing, and that would be they need to discount Palantir's valuations according to their growth prospects. If Palantir Technologies can justify their high premium and accounting ratios through their overall growth, that means that the company is more competitive than this article would lead you to believe. And I think if Palantir Technologies can really bring in that 19 to 20% compounding annual growth rate in terms of their revenue, it does not make them an F rating according to their valuation. I think it would make them probably a C rating according to their overall valuation. But that is just the diverse opinions of various financial reporters and analysts. Overall, I would say Palantir Technologies is a great company to hold right now. It could definitely become a little cheaper, giving you a better buying opportunity. But in the meantime, if you already are exposed to this stock, feel free to hold it and see what happens in the next earnings report. But overall, I think the long-term fundamentals of this company are completely intact, and I can't wait to see how high this company could go over the next decade. So with that being said, I would love for you to go and annihilate the like button if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts about their new patent that will allow their technology to monitor employees and what they do on their overall computers. And don't forget to become a member of this channel or subscribe. But with that being said, I will see you in the next YT video.